Hey everyone, and welcome. Today we're jumping into a huge challenge that pretty much every hospital leader is wrestling with, whether they know it or not: capital leakage. Now, this isn't about some massive single event. Nope. It's more like a slow, steady drain on resources that directly impacts the hospital's main mission, taking care of patients. We're going to look at how a really smart, AI-powered forensic approach is turning the tables, finding that lost money, and bringing it back. Let's get into it. All right, here's our roadmap. First, we're going to define what this unseen financial bleed actually is. Then we'll break down the usual suspects, the different categories of waste. From there, we'll dive into the AI solution, which is the really cool part, and talk about a totally risk-free model and some amazing incentives. Finally, we'll wrap up by talking about why tackling this is so critical right now. The biggest threat to a hospital's financial health usually isn't some big, dramatic crisis. It's way quieter than that. It's this idea of a relentless leakage of money through thousands, and I mean thousands, of tiny, microscopic inefficiencies. You might not notice any single one, but add them all up, we're talking millions of dollars just gone. So let's start with that unseen bleed. And here's the most important takeaway for this section. For a nonprofit hospital, every dollar that leaks out isn't just a number on a spreadsheet. Think of it as a direct tax on your ability to provide the best patient care, to upgrade your facilities, or to serve your community. It really is that serious. So, what's the root of the problem? Well, for a long time, hospitals have budgeted using what's called a historical spend baseline. Basically, you take last year's budget and use it as the starting point for this year. The issue? You just end up carrying forward all the old hidden inefficiencies year after year. The solution is a total mindset shift to a zero-based forensic baseline. You start from zero and question everything. No expense gets a pass until it's proven to be necessary and correct. Okay, so if you're going to stop the leak, you have to know where the holes are, right? Let's get into what we call a taxonomy of waste, basically categorizing all the different ways hospitals lose money that a standard audit would probably just skim right over. This leakage tends to fall into four main buckets. First up, you've got inadvertent contractual escalation. That's a fancy way of saying things like auto renewals that sneak in price hikes you never agreed to. Then, simple billing and invoice mistakes. Next, you've got inefficiencies in operations and logistics. And finally, procurement variance, which is just paying more for supplies than you should be. And this is really where a forensic approach shines. See, a normal audit might just check a box if a contract auto-renewed, but a forensic analysis compares those new terms to the original agreement to spot those sneaky escalations. It doesn't just look at what you paid. It benchmarks your pricing against what other hospitals in your region are paying to find every single overcharge. So, we've laid out the problem pretty clearly. Now for the good part, the solution. This is where technology steps in and becomes a complete game changer. Let's look at how this AI-powered forensic approach actually works as a prescription for recovery. Okay, look at the difference here. A traditional audit is mostly focused on one thing: compliance, making sure you're following the rules. It's often manual, and it has this concept of an allowable variance, which means tiny errors often get ignored. AI forensics, it has a totally different goal: recovery. It's designed to interrogate every piece of data to find those hidden patterns of waste that are completely invisible to the human eye. Now, this isn't about just unleashing some robot and hoping for the best. It's a really smart two-step process. First, the AI does the heavy lifting, sifting through millions of data points from years of records, way faster than any human team ever could. But then, and this is crucial, human subject matter experts come in. They take what the AI found and validate it, making sure it's all accurate and actionable in the real world. It's the perfect combo of machine power and human intelligence. And when we say comprehensive, we mean it. The AI looks at everything. We're talking clinical supplies, pharmacy costs, facilities maintenance contracts, freight and shipping, even all your software subscriptions and IT service agreements. Literally no stone is left unturned, because these leaks can spring up absolutely anywhere. All right, I know what every CFO or financial leader watching this is thinking. This sounds great, but what's it going to cost me? What's the risk? So let's talk about the economic rationale, because honestly, this might be the most compelling part of the whole model. The entire thing is built on what's called a contingency-based model. And that's just a straightforward way of saying it is a completely zero-risk deal for the hospital. The fee is only a percentage of the actual real money that gets recovered and put back in your bank account. Let me say that again. If no money is recovered, no fee is paid. Period. This model really stands on three pillars that completely wipe out any financial risk. Number one, zero capital outlay. No upfront fees, no retainers, you don't even need to allocate a budget for it. Two, it's 100% performance-based. Our goals are your goals. We only succeed when you do. And three, we only focus on measurable outcomes. We're talking about real, hard dollars put back on your balance sheet, not some vague cost avoidance estimate. Now, here's where it gets even more interesting. Beyond just clawing back money you've already lost, this kind of deep dive analysis can actually uncover brand new opportunities, like untapped incentive programs that most organizations don't even know exist. Get this, it's estimated that only 2% of organizations that are eligible for some of these incredible incentive programs are actually using them. That means 98% of hospitals are leaving free money on the table, money that could be used to support their teams at literally no cost to them. It's kind of mind-blowing. And here's a fantastic example. It's a program called Frontline Advantage. It provides a whole suite of mental fitness, self-care, nutrition, and wellness resources for your staff, the people on the front lines. And here's the kicker. Programs like this can often be 100% funded by those untapped incentives. You get to invest in your most valuable asset, your people, without ever touching your operational budget. Okay, so we've walked through the problem, the AI solution, the totally risk-free model, and these incredible bonus incentives. This all leads us to one final critical point: the absolute urgency of taking action. This isn't just a nice-to-have, it's a strategic mandate. The reality is, the cost of doing nothing is huge. Every single month that goes by is a month of lost opportunity you can never get back. The money that's leaking out of your invoices and contracts right now isn't just disappearing into the ether. It's money that could be funding a new piece of life-saving equipment or hiring another desperately needed nurse today. So we'll leave you with this final thought. If it's true that every single dollar lost is effectively a tax on patient care, then going after that money isn't just smart business. It's a core part of a hospital's mission and duty to its community. So the real question becomes, is your hospital ready to stop paying that tax and reclaim its financial future? Thanks for joining us.